I can't even remember anything else I said. And then he said, wow, he really said, someone would take care of these kids. I can't. He's trash. I don't give a I can't. He's trash. He's trash. Am I going to keep reacting to him? Yes. And every chance I get when he says some trash stuff to show how trash he is, I'm going to continue to say that he's trash. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are y'all doing today? Hope you're having a great day so far. So you saw the thumbnail, you read the title. I am going to be reacting to the Rewired Souls video, What Will Happen to Onision's Kids Now? I gotta see what he has to say. But before we get into that, if you're new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay, and I'm Kay, and I like to talk about mental health. I like to react to the Rewired Soul because I'm a mental health worker, patient, and advocate, and I just don't like what he says. I'm just going to say it that way. So if you enjoy my content, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below. Comment, let me know what you thought of this video, and then hit the thumbs up. Go ahead, do that. Let me know that you like this video. You like this stuff. You like what I'm giving to you. Okay? Let me know down below as well in the comments any of your experiences that you have with the Rewired Soul, and just any feelings you have from either watching it with me or when you first watched it. So with this video, I do want to shout out I'm Sorry What Was That and Straight Talking Fedora Chicks. They are two co-creators and subscribers that have brought up this video in particular and made me want to react to it. So shout out to you guys. I definitely appreciate y'all because I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I don't know, because it's talking about kids, and do I want to go off if he says something stupid that I know he probably will? But we're doing it. So let me just stop rambling. Let's get into this video.
What's up, everybody? This is Chris from the Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem but focus on the solution. If you're new to my channel is all about mental health, and when talking about different subjects going on in the YouTube community, what I'm trying to do is see what we can learn from them, all right, to improve our own mental and emotional well-being. So if you're in that kind of combination of things going on YouTube as well as self-improvement, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. Most of you can see I'm out of town, so make sure that you follow me over.
We don't know where you live.
Updates and
you say Vegas. Vegas has some green spots. I've seen it.
So yeah,
that's just like thinking all of Arizona's desert.
Rejoicing, all right, because Onision finally got banned from Patreon.
I heard about that on Twitter.
So,
and I'm just going to say this real quick, you guys. I did not know who the heck this man was when everybody was going off on Twitter. I had then saw a couple of videos people were talking about explaining the situation and all of that. And I just got to say that's disgusting. I've always thought it was creepy when grown men are sitting there trying to rate or asking women to send in their picture. Rate me, rate me. I hated that was like a thing back in the day. I don't know how old any of y'all are, but I'm old enough to remember where they used to have that Hot or Not website. Oh my God, that is, like the fact that, but I was watching a video to try to like kind of understand who this dude was, and he was showing me how he had he would do live streams or whatever the heck it was and have people he just was creepy. So if this is all true, all of these allegations are true, they need to handle that, because the fact that he's been on this platform a very long time, right? If you guys know who I'm talking about, and you think you can kind of educate me a little bit more, please comment down below and let me know about this Onision figure, if there's any more other problematic behavior other than the biggest thing that's going on right now, because I truly don't know like how long he's been on the platform or anything like that. But yeah, so that's my opinion on all of that. What I did find out, I was no. So I'm kind of curious to see what he has to say about his kids. Let's see.
I'm going to be discussing this, and just a few disclaimers real quick. So with what I'm going to be talking about, first off, I debated on making this video. I just did a little Twitter thread about this, and I was debating on making this because I promised you guys a few weeks ago, like, I am making sure I'm not going to put out content unless I think it can benefit you, unless I think that you can get value.
If it's coming from you, then no, we're good.
Opinions on things. videos,
That's
right?
why I make my
But
videos and other
I
people
decided to make
making
this
their
video
videos
because
about you, because it's
I want
not
to discuss
helpful at
the
all.
bigger topic of being emotional and very narrow-minded on a situation, and we forget the broader effects on what happens, right? Especially
Psychology
when we're
101.
emotional, we are not using that thinking part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex.
Throw that
And
around
the
in
other thing
so
I
many
want to talk about, when
videos.
it comes to
I
this
think I'm gonna start a
obesity
tally,
situation,
and like every time he says it in a
I
video, I'm just gonna be
will
like, check, and
say,
just like let y'all
honestly,
know or
I don't
something.
know.
Because I swear
do
to goodness,
not
like I've heard the prefrontal cortex. See, I'm so annoyed. I've heard him say that so many times in these videos that I've been reacting to. Like, come on now.
know
What's the other
what
parts? Tell me the other parts of the
when it
brain,
comes
please.
to his children. I'm a father myself. I have worked in addiction treatment with a lot of people who were at one point unfit to be parents, like myself. I was unfit to be a parent in my...
See, this is where I have an issue with that. You can't sit here and push, oh, that everybody who had a messed up childhood is a messed up adult. That's not always the case, because there are people who might have had messed up childhoods but end up perfectly okay as an adult, and that's whatever that's subjective to what people think are okay. I also don't like the underlying tone of people who are like, and you say you're about recovery in your addiction, but it sounds very self-loathing, very self-hating, when you say like, oh, I dealt with my mom who was in addiction, a messed up person. I ended up being a messed up person. You were not a messed up person. If you're in addiction or in recovery, you weren't a messed up person. You were a person in recovery. The way you speak to yourself and the way that you explain recovery matters, because again, we are always still dealing with mental health and recovery stigmas. People automatically go negative. I don't think he realizes that he does that a lot. You don't have to like the fact that you were an addict, but you don't have to hate yourself for it either. And it comes kind of across that way, like, oh, not everyone becomes a messed up person. Not everyone does. Does it heighten your chances of having mental illness or or substance abuse issues down the line? Yes, it does. But that doesn't guarantee you.
Can lead to, more poverty. It can lead to, crime, all sorts of stuff. Like when we're kids, we can get messed up. So one of my biggest issues with the pro-life side of the debate is, like, okay, you guys want all these kids to be born, but you don't want to assist these kids once they're outside of the womb, right? Okay. So when I look at the pro-life side of things, I don't really see that second order thinking. I don't, they're not really looking at the bigger picture of how are we going to support these children and ensure that they live a good life if we just banned abortions, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to the
put a hot topic in the beginning,
and again,
let's get into whatever you're going to talk about now.
I can
halfway through.
The ignorant comments down below. Everybody.
So he gonna say something. He gonna say some shit. See, I see his game now, y'all. Y'all have been helping me out too down in my comments. Let me know about this man a little bit deeper. He about to say some stuff, and I'm just trying to prepare myself. I'm trying to prepare myself for what is about to come out this man's mouth. Let's go.
Was, they want to get him off the platform. They want to get him off, Patreon. They really want to get him off, YouTube, obviously, get him off Twitter.
Which most likely won't happen because horrible people keep horrible people on YouTube.
Absolutely. All right. But here's the thing. Everybody knows that he has children. Everybody knows that. Like, that is common knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And, with all of the efforts that have gone into taking him off of, social media and everything like that, the children have been an afterthought, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's something that, like, I'm working on myself. Like, I'm always trying to have that second order thinking. Like, if we do this, what happens after that? Like, as much as we all hate Onision and want him off the platform, the reality is that the platform that is giving him money is also supporting those children.
And, okay. Okay. Okay, this is not okay because I see your game, sir. I see your game and it is not okay. Who gives a flying crap about this man's money? Go get a job. Handle that. You don't need to be making money off of a YouTube off of a platform that is available to kids, all of that, especially off of what I think the allegations are. And like I said, let me know down below if there's anything I might be missing, or if you know a little bit more, you've been following it a little bit more, let me know down below. But from what I know, get off this platform, get off your Patreon. I don't care. I don't care about your money. You've been on here long enough. You should have invested it. You should have got educated on how to spend it. And if you did not, there's other ways to make it. Go and get a job. We do it. Us regular people do it every day. I don't care. I don't care about someone who is accused of what he is accused of making money on these platforms. I don't care. Go get your job at McDonald's. And I'm not saying any of the jobs I'm naming are bad either, because it's getting you some money in your pocket. Go get a job. You so worried? Go get a job.
All right?
Please, you better learn how to save some money. Better learn how to use some coupons. You know how I used to love me some coupons. Y'all ever watch that extreme coupons on TV? Don't even let me get into my stories about couponing. I was a coupon freak. You better coupon. I don't care. I don't care.
Aside from that, when we think about him getting in trouble, like apparently the FBI might be looking into him and stuff like that, what's going to happen to the children? All right, let's say him and Kai both get in trouble.
Okay, so let me educate you real quick on what would happen. As much as I don't agree with a lot of the stuff CPS does, or is now called DCS, Department of Child Services, I will say this. Since they are so cheap and they are so overworked, does it take them forever to get to actual legitimate calls? Well, at least in my state or where I'm at, not really. But I think it's because I usually call through my agency if needed. That's pretty quick. But when it comes down to like taking kids away when needed and finding them someplace to stay, because they are so overextended, because people are so cheap. Government is cheap. They don't want to pay for this. They don't care about education. So what makes you think they really give a flying crap? Let me not get into the whole rant. I'm sorry. But they don't want them to be paying anyone to be taking care of these children. So they will, to their darndest, try to get that child with a relative. Someone that, if they're able to speak with the parents, they'll say, hey, who do you trust to take care of your children? That's why if you have kids, I don't care who you are, you don't have to have money. You better have figured out who your children's godparents are, because that is the person you would be able to turn to if anything happens. If something happens to you or anything like that, that it's not just for death, people. It's for something. So you would use them. If the parents, they're not able to get all the parents, or they don't have any decent recommendations, they will try relatives, grandparents if they're available, aunts, great aunts, anyone within the bloodline that is willing to take care of this child and they are able to contact them. They will go ahead and do that. They will do that first. Last resort is foster home and group homes. There's a step of the way they do things. These children would be fine because they will be out of the house that they are currently in. And if the wife is part of it as well, if the wife is part of it as well, this stuff makes me so mad. They are better off going to relatives or even foster home group homes. I'm going to say it might be controversial, because I'm not going to let people always keep pushing the narrative that there's so many bad foster homes. There are bad foster homes. There are bad group homes. There are people who do take advantage of the system, but that is with everything. But there are genuine people out there that actually care about these kids. They really care about these kids and want to take care of them, because especially as our generation gets older and we understand mental health, they are getting a better quality of care. And it is still better than living with the parents if they are accused and convicted and all of that. If all of this is true, all these allegations are for real, they're real. What? Bye. Who cares? I don't give a flying crap about your money. I don't give a flying crap about how you feel about your kids being taken from you. Bye. They will be safer. They will be okay. What's stopping that is ego. And then you're sitting here, and this is where it's going to make me mad too, is because you're sitting here trying to justify this man staying on the platform for his kids because you know what? Because you're trash. Because you give information you shouldn't be giving out, because you share information to your audience and people are calling you out, and you're reflecting, you're seeing what the heck could be happening to you, and so you're trying to tell your people, your little tribe, subliminally, well, you got to think of the kids. I have kids. I have a son. And go get a job. Don't you have a job? You working right now. So what's going to be so different? Bye. Handle that. If you were accused of some stuff like that, you're trying to cover your own butt by what? Justifying and what are you doing? And this is where I get your disclaimers. You had to throw those disclaimers in. So let me educate you real quick. In no way, shape, or form, what you're saying matters. You throwing out the pro-life thing, don't matter. Good point. It makes sense, but it don't correlate over here. It don't. What? You really? Oh, I don't know. Then you should have shut up. I'm mad.
Going to take those kids in who's been part of getting Onision deplatformed? Because again, like when I look at the pro-life side of the debate, it's like,
what
happens to
Hold
those
on.
kids, right? Like anybody going to take those kids in who's been part of getting Onision
Wait a minute.
FBI might be looking into them and stuff like that. What's going to happen to the children? All right, let's say him and Kai both get in trouble. Like, is anybody going to take those kids in who's been part of getting Onision deplatformed? Because again, like when I look at the pro-life side of the
debate, did you really just ask if anyone who has helped him get deplatformed take those kids in? What? When you worked in these treatment centers, even though I know you probably just took little snippets of information while you worked there and just ran with it, huh? Did you take any time to sit down and do any extra research, look into things, talk to the clients, kind of figure out like what the process of working with CPS is like or anything like that? Have you been through anything like that? I'm just trying to see, do you understand? Do you not? Oh, frustration. The frustration. What? I already explained how they run that things, and I best believe if it came down to it, someone would take those kids in. And you just asked the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What happens to those kids?
What?
Right? Like, not all foster kids grow up screwed up. You know
no, they don't.
But I've known many people who grew up in the foster system and they had terrible experiences, awful experiences, right? Lack of funding, some parents who just hoard children to get the benefits from the government and things like that. And it becomes this whole thing. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Like, are these kids better
like I
off
said,
that
that's
guy
such a small percentage.
You know? And
because they don't get that much money. I don't know, it's different by state, but they don't get that much money. Raising kids is expensive.
Myself, or maybe even people like you, when we talk to somebody who's been, you know, especially like assaulted, right? We think, you know, why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And a few years ago, one of my good friends, she was sexually assaulted. And obviously, you know, my first thought is like, you got to turn this guy in. Like, you got to turn this guy in and get him off the streets, right? But this whole situation gave me an understanding as to why some people don't go to the authorities. Because the man who assaulted her, this monster, was also a father. He was also a father.
Okay.
And
so?
She explained that to me, and she explained that's why she wasn't going to the police, because it would affect those kids, right?
My goodness. And of course he's not going to say it. That's not okay thinking, but it's understandable because she's a victim and had gone through a traumatic experience, all of that. But we all know ultimately it doesn't matter about them being parents. They need to have repercussions for their actions. We are not sitting here justifying letting what this man is alleged of be just, oh, we should just let him make his money. And no, sir, just because you want us to do that to you, you would want someone to be sympathetic to you because you know you're trash? Get the heck out of my face. Wow, you've just, wow.
And I'm not saying that, you shouldn't turn in, your the predators who assault people, but I have a better understanding of why some people don't.
Let me tell your friend, please go to therapy. And I want you to understand that it did not matter that he was a father. It did not matter. You were violated in a horrible way. No. What is he talking about?
Out there, especially us men out there, understand why some people don't turn somebody else in because maybe they're worried about how it'll affect the family, how to do this, right? Like something I was taught in 12-step programs with the 9th step is we make amends, wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. So basically what that means is like, let's say I was having an affair with some, married woman, right? And as part of my 9th step, I was like,
this man has really sat here and justified this man staying on this platform with what he has, from what I know, used these platforms for, worrying about the kids when the kids will ultimately be safer.
So like I said, I don't know
if all of this is true. I'm not these people. We don't know what's going on in real life.
I think
like, come on.
It's just a conversation I wanted to have with all of you guys. Like, when we're caught up in these emotions, we need to think of the bigger picture.
And we are. We are thinking of the bigger picture. These kids being in a home with someone like that.
As an example, it's just something that we need to think about. Like, what is the ripple effect? Who else will be affected by the things that we're trying to get done, the things that we're trying to accomplish?
We don't care about you, sir.
And so
it's not working.
If nothing else, I hope you leave this video with just looking at different situations, the different things that you want, especially when it comes to punishment and things like that.
Okay.
That we all try to look at the
this man really did this.
You know what I mean? Because
yes, I understand what your bigger picture is. You.
One of the things that bothers me is when those children have been like an afterthought. You know what I mean? And if I'm just being honest, part of that is very personal to me too. With stuff that happened to me earlier this year, a lot of it I brought on myself, and something I discussed, openly was nobody was really thinking about, how that would affect my child. You know what I mean? He's resilient as hell, and we made it through it, and I'm financially stable now, and and all of that, but just something we need to think
That's
about.
why you are sitting here really saying
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I sat here and watched him try to plead for us to leave this man on this platform to make... He trying to be sympathetic because he know. That's what that is. He trying to be sympathetic over some bull crap because he knows he's trash. This was a trash video. You should not have made this video. You should not have made this video because that makes you look so trash. You are so trash. Wow. I hope I educated you guys on the process of what would happen if the kids are taken away. There's no one, relatives or anything. They always go straight to the relatives. They hit closest, move out wider net, friends, and then the last resort is foster homes and group homes. Not all are bad. They don't make that much money for them all to be trying to hoard people, and it ultimately is a safer space than some of these homes these kids came from. I'm tired of people thinking all the time that them going into foster care is actually worse. No. They are set up for a reason. There are good ones out there, and that should not stop anyone from seeking justice on someone who is accused of any crime. I don't care what it is, especially when it's this, especially with what Onision and them are accused of. And for Chris to sit his butt on this platform and try to plead about their money and to plead about, think about the children, think of the kids. I have a child. You're trying to be sympathetic to someone because you're trash. He was trash. And you saw the power that people had to get someone off of a platform. So you're pleading and trying to incite your little tribe to say, hey, guess what? If that happens, I have a kid. You're reminding them of your child. You're remembering, get the heck out of my face. You're trash. And I mean that. You are so trash. That is such... I knew when I was going to watch this video that this video was going to be trash, and I had a feeling. Thank you so much to Fedora, or Straight Talking Fedora Chick, and I'm sorry, what was that, for recommending this video, because you know what, this is trash. I need people to understand, yes, CPS isn't the greatest thing. Yes, it is a last resort, but a lot of the times it is a way safer environment than the homes that these kids are coming from, or the homes are safer than the kids. Sometimes happens too, okay? And I can't even remember anything else I said. And then he said, wow, he really said, someone would take care of these kids. I can't. He's trash. I don't give a I can't. He's trash. He's trash. Am I going to keep reacting to him? Yes. And every chance I get when he says some trash stuff to show how trash he is, I'm going to continue to say that he's trash. And this was one of these videos where he got me so mad that I'm literally saying trash so many dang on times. I apologize, you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you watched this video. How did you feel? Do you feel my anger through this this screen? Do you feel me? Let me know if you feel me down below. Like this video if you enjoyed watching me. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you guys back around. I will see you in my next video. You guys have a great one. Bye.